Yo, what's going on? Happy holiday season from the Fotch Man to each and every one of you. Uh, I'm back. It honestly seems like I haven't been live in a very long time, even though I was just live with Davey last week. But it seems like forever. I haven't been putting out much content on the channel. Obviously, it's Christmas time and whatnot and holidays, so when I can get the opportunity to jump on here, I definitely will. And had some time tonight. Wanted to go over some of the horror franchises that you guys helped me pick a couple of streams ago. We were putting together this tournament that you guys voted on, and that's what we came up with, a tournament style battle of 32 horror franchises. I honestly could have made this a lot more. We came up with over 40. So now we're just trying to dwindle it all down to get it to 32, to get this tournament rolling in January when the new year kicks off. It's going to be a good time. Obviously, the way that's going to work is every single one of these franchises, we're going to go from the first movie until there's not enough movies left to go in the tournament. So there's going to be a bunch of different tournaments. I'm going to try to knock them out in one episode compared to, how we did the other tournaments on the channel. So definitely looking forward to that. The rest of this month, really, next week, going live with Nick. We're going to get lost at the cinema. We're talking top 10 Christmas horror movies. So you're not going to want to miss that if you are a fan of Christmas horror. It's going to be a good time. And I don't really know what else we got coming up on the channel. We're just going to have to play it by ear all over here. I did have some super chats from Sean Sheridan. Honestly, for some reason they're not allowing me to show them like I usually do. So yeah, 2 super chats from Sean. I appreciate that. That was this morning, so thank you for that. And obviously, I thought she was already a member, but it looks like Brooke is a channel member again. Thank you, Brooke, for the support. Really appreciate it. Appreciate you always showing up on the channel. Always supporting what we do over here, and I appreciate the hell out of it. If anybody's interested in becoming a channel member, link is obviously beside the subscribe button. Obviously, never required, but always appreciated for sure. Yeah, everybody, what's going on? Say hello to who's in the chat so far. Brooke Lamontre, what's up? Big Rod, how are you? The other horror channel, what's up? Sean Sheridan says, top horror franchise, A Nightmare on Elm Street, and I could take or leave the rest. He is a Freddy whore. And I'm totally opposite on that one. I am not a Freddy whore. I could take or leave Nightmare on Elm Street, but different flavors for different folks. So I appreciate that people do like A Nightmare on Elm Street. It's a different franchise for a different breed of people. Gory Tiger, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good. Dean Renner, what's up, Dean? The Fotch Monster, nobody called me that in a while. What's going on? Appreciate you guys being here today. Aaron Click, what's up? How are you, Aaron? Ashton, what's going on, man? Vanderhoff, Broncos, you are correct, baby. 3-game win streak, 8-5, and on the bye week, looking to relax for a little bit. It feels good finally to be a Broncos fan again. Antonis, what's up, brother? Hope the holidays were good for you so far. Who else we got? Yeah, I know, Dean. Like 24 to 32 was tough and ended up with so many. I know it just kept evolving. Just kept evolving. So many franchises, and it's gonna be hard because I'm definitely gonna have to rewatch some of these because a lot of these franchises aren't ones that I tend to rewatch often. So I'm gonna have to dive back in and get immersed in all this horror goodness. But we're going to leave that for January, of course. Christmas is for Christmas horror, Christmas, whatever. You got to celebrate. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, whatever you celebrate, good for you. Celebrate it. Enjoy the month of December. Besides work, everything will be great. Work's going to be rough. Always is around this time of year. But we get it done, and we get to enjoy time with our families when we are done. Davey Deathray, one of my good channel members and one of my good buddies on the YouTube. Always count on Davey. He's killing it over there. He does way better over there than I do here. So if you haven't supported Davey, which everybody in here probably already does, go support him. Ben Grimm, what's up, Ben? He says, wonder what will be number one. I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. I got all the Rotten Tomatoes score, averaged the critics with the audience, and then got them all listed from the best to the worst. And that's how I was putting polls out on Instagram and YouTube. A lot of the polls were kind of one-sided, but there were a few that I need your guys' help for to decide which should get a trip, or a possible trip, I should say, into the top 32. Because what I'm going to have to do then is battle out the bottom of the top 32, and battle it out with these ones to see maybe if these can overtake those ones. Adrian James, what's up? Adrian, how are you? Good to see you, buddy. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? How was Thanksgiving? How was Black Friday? Cyber Monday? Did you get anything good? Did you buy yourself anything nice? I want to know. Did you eat a lot of good food over Thanksgiving? Because I did. Thanks to Davey, I made homemade cranberry sauce for the first time ever. And it was delicious. Absolutely delicious. Glad that I could, listen to Davey and made some homemade, because I really loved the hell out of it. I thought it was really, really good. Herbert, what's up, brother? How are you, Herbert? Hope you're doing well. Let's see what we got here on the list of these. Well, first and foremost, it's a little quiet here. So let's get some music rolling in the background. Get some, we'll just put what I just turn it down. Get the Christmas aesthetic rolling in the background. Ever so slightly, but now you can't hear it. Let me turn that up. There we go. There we go. Merry Christmas, everybody, and a Happy New Year. Aaron says, my Thanksgiving was great. Didn't do any Black Friday shopping. I hardly ever do. Me either, buddy. I didn't do any Black Friday. I didn't even honestly look. Cyber Monday came and went. I didn't even look at any ads. Didn't look on Amazon. Because they got all these sales all year long now, so you don't need to go on there and look. You don't need to go on there and look at all. So, they've been having good sales for months. Here's another steel book that arrived today. 4K of the Lost Boys. That just came in today. International pickup. Can't have enough Lost Boys, can you? You can't have enough copies of the Lost Boys. My favorite vampire movie of all time. But let's see. I need your guys' help. I'm going to drop a poll in the chat. We're going to get this started right here. I put the poll up. We had the first matchup was Terrifier franchise, which obviously it's only 3 movies so far. I'm not going to count. Fuck's that? What is that called? I can't even think of the name because I only watched it one time. I don't know, that little anthology shit that he was in. All Hallows Eve. I'm not going to count that one. So the first 3 Terrifier movies. We also have the Pumpkinhead franchise, which outside of the first one, I've never seen any of the other ones. And then the Hostel franchise, which I've seen the first one. I really love the first one. Made me not want to travel to Europe at all. First time I seen it, said, nope, ain't going overseas. Still feel the same way today. Ashton. Oh, happy early birthday, brother. Happy early birthday to Ashton, celebrating on Friday. How old are you going to be, brother? How old are you going to be? Or how young are you going to be? Let me know. Ashton never watched Hostel? I recommend watching Hostel. I don't know about the rest. Watch the first one. Second one was okay. I'd never seen the third one. According to the results of the poll, one of the Instagram went with Terrifier, and YouTube, the day whenever I recorded this, Pumpkinhead won on YouTube. So 1-1. I'm going to drop a poll in the chat. I need to know what franchise you guys think should possibly move on. Let's see. We got Terrifier, which is everybody's darling right now. I'm on the other side of that camp. I think it's fine. Not the biggest fan of Terrifier. I like the first one more than the second and the third. I know that's a hot take. I know most people don't feel that way, but something about the first one just makes me feel a type of way. So yeah. And then the Hostel franchise. Only 3 movies in that one as well. So here we go. Dropping that poll in the chat now. And there you guys go. So, like I said, Terrifier 1. I absolutely love Terrifier 1. Terrifier 2, I've come to appreciate a lot more. Jamie Hart, forgot to say hello to you. I'm sorry, Jamie. How are you, Jamie? Jigsaw Rules. Oh, Saw's already in the tournament, brother. I think. Hold on. Did I mess up? No. Saw is probably going to be in this tournament. So you're not going to have anything to worry about there. So, Ashton, you're going to be 33. You're still younger than me. So enjoy. Enjoy, brother. When my birthday next year is July, I'll be 37. I don't feel 37. I don't feel that I look 37. So, only as young as you feel. I'm still a kid. And at heart, really, I act very immature sometimes. I like to have a good time when the time is right to have a good time. So, yeah, I was kind of excited to see Terrifier 3. Just watched that not too long ago. It was fine. It just seemed like more of the same for me personally, just with a Christmas aesthetic. A lot more questions arose than were answered, in my opinion. The Pale Girl, I wanted to see her in that movie. Spoiler alert. She was not in that movie for some reason. I don't know why. She was such a big part of the second one, and then not to be in this one. I'm not understanding. Hopefully in the Terrifier 4, she returns. Because she seems to give artists power throughout the movie. So I definitely want to see the Pale Girl return. I thought she was even creepier than Art, to be honest. Yeah, the ending to Terrifier 3, Ashton, I didn't enjoy either, if I'm being honest. Not at all. Sienna was great. Sienna is top-notch final girl, in my opinion. When it comes to the Pumpkinhead franchise, I've never seen any of the movies besides the first one. And the first one is a freaking classic, in my opinion. And in the Hostel franchise, I think the first Hostel film is a terrifying film that seems so real. The second one, I was lukewarm on that one. And then the third one, I've never seen. That was like a made straight to DVD kind of thing. So I'm not actually sure. Yeah, the shower kill, I don't know what I was expecting. It was fine. I just expected the special effects to be better. And they kind of just seemed the same. So, I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. The gore in Terrifier movies are different than the gore in other movies. They're more for the comedic, element than the serious element. Like Hostel gore, is creepy as shit. Like that is like some real holy shit. We just watched this snuff film happen in real life type crap. So yeah, I don't know. This, like I said, this one's totally up to the chat. And okay, the poll's it's a little closer than I would have thought. Actually, I didn't getting a lot of love for Hostel in the chat, but I don't. Being that I've only really enjoyed the first one. I'm gonna discount Hostel. And Pumpkinhead did kind of the same thing, unfortunately. As much as I love that first film, I've never seen the rest. And I've heard they're not very good, unfortunately. So, I think, let's see. Yeah, I'll shut the poll down. It's basically over. So, let me see. Why is it not changing on the screen? Waiting for it to update on stream. There we go. Ending the poll in the chat for this first one. We got Terrifier. 50% of the votes. 28 for Hostel. 21 for Pumpkinhead. So Hostel is moving on to the next round, per se. It's going to go battle against some of these ones that are already included in the top 32. So I'm excited. I like movies. What's up, man? Terrifier 3 was a bit much, but I enjoyed it. Sorry it's been a while since I've been on a stream. You're good, man. You are good. I like movies. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day, good night, good morning, wherever you may be. What did you guys think of Terrifier 3 in the chat? Did you like it more than the second one? Or is the second one kind of where your love lies? I just thought the third one was more of the same, really. I love everything with Sienna's great, obviously. She's a hell of a final girl. One of the best final girls of the recent years, because most of these movies don't really have final girls. I know Thanksgiving did, but honestly, I don't even remember her name. As good as the movie was, and I really liked it, I don't even know the final girl's name. I'm only there for John Carver. Dean hasn't seen Terrifier 2 or 3 yet. Big Rod says, haven't seen it, but I prefer 1 to 2 so far. Okay, you're with me then. Our Life in Horror, what's up? How are you? Welcome in. Yeah. So, Terrifier's moving on. I kind of figured it would, to be honest. Now this next one really surprised me. Really surprised me. Okay, we had Pet Sematary. The first one is, if you got kids, man, the first one hits deep. The second one definitely goes in a different direction, but I do have a lot of fun with the second one. And then the remake, I was not a fan of the remake. They switched the roles. I'm not going to spoil anything else, but they switched it, gave it away in the trailer. Really wasn't into the remake, I'm going to be honest. Then in the ending, they all turn. I not a fan. And then the prequel with focuses on Judd. It was fine. I mean, the main lead girl was pretty cute, but the movie was all right. Nothing special, nothing to write home about. I don't really know if it's something we needed, but it had the Pet Sematary name. I think it was called Pet Sematary Bloodlines. I think it was okay. So, it's a half decent franchise. And then we have the Underworld franchise, which I've never seen one of these movies, so I have no idea how good they are. I know Kate Beckinsale's in it, but I've never actually seen any of them, so I don't know how good they may or may not be. And then we also had the Final Destination franchise, which is a fucking ride of a franchise. So many gnarly kills. I haven't rewatched these movies in a while. From what I understand, part 4 is the worst, and part 5 is actually really good, but I don't remember part 5 that well. I remember part 2 with that log truck. Everybody that drives behind a log truck thinks of Final Destination, no doubt about it. Put that poll on Instagram and YouTube as well. That one, all the love went to Final Destination. So I'm going to put a poll in the chat just for shits and giggles, but the winner for that one is already decided. So I'm just going to do as which franchise is better. Pet Sematary. We got Underworld, Underworld about vampires and werewolves, I believe. And we also have the Final Destination. I'm just curious. This is just for curiosity. You know why? Because curiosity never killed the cat, my friends. The first Pet Sematary is a fucking classic. Really is. Little Gage. I like movies is in the house. The new Final Destination. Yeah, I don't know much about it. But I'm definitely going to check it out, of course. I mean, the other ones are great. Sucks about R.I.P. Tony Todd. Obviously, he will not be involved anymore, unfortunately, with his passing, which he's a legend among legends. Candyman, ladies and gentlemen. Candyman. Just his voice was so iconic and seductive. Amazing. R.I.P. Tony Todd, 100%. A legend. We lost. Final Destination is just pure fun after the first two. The first one plays it up so, serious. And then it just kind of gets funner and funner and funner. Yes, Kate Beckinsale is fire in those movies. I'd never seen them, but I see what she looked like in them, and she was pretty fire. Gage from Pet Sematary reminds me of Chucky. Little Miko Hughes, he fucking killed it.
First I play with Judd, then I play with Mommy. Now I want to play with you.
And then when his dad has to give him the shot, and he's like, ow! He starts crying and walks away.
No fair, no fair.
And then he dies. And then when he digs up Gage and he's just holding his dead son. Woo! You're a dad, that shit hits. That shit hits a little different. 100%. Hits a lot different if you're a dad. Just saying. Jigsaw Rules says Final Destination. I need to rewatch that franchise, definitely. Oh man, no interest in Pet Sematary? I mean, I guess I kind of get that. I heard he finished all of his scenes for the new Oh, Big Raw, dude. That is awesome if he did. A little final nice homage to Tony Todd. That'd be fantastic. Obviously, that movie's probably going to be dedicated to him. They'll show it at the beginning or the end for sure, if he is in it. Jamie says, I think Underworld movies are underrated. I love them all. I mean, I own the first one. I don't own any of the other ones, and I've never watched it, so maybe I'll give it a watch after, the holiday season's over. I want to watch some Christmas horror. If I may recommend a Christmas horror, it's going to be on a list we talk about next week. P2, very underrated Christmas horror movie. Rachel Nichols kills it. Wes Bentley as the bad guy. My boy Nick from the Lost River Drive-In absolutely loves this movie as well as I do. It is a kick-ass movie. Great Christmas atmosphere. Love the music throughout. So definitely check out P2 if you haven't seen it. Jamie Hart says it's great. She knows the dealio. I'm going to end the poll in the chat. We got what I thought would win one. So let's see. As soon as it pops up on my screen here. We have 61% for Final Destination. We have 23% for Pet Sematary. And 15% for Underworld. So Final Destination, possibly. Moving on. And by the way, Terrifier had got its 57.5% when I combine them. Add it to the list, Davey. It is so good. And that means Final Destination got a 52%. So not bad. Not bad for horror movies at all. Let's see. Let me see. Also, there's 19 people in here. Only 15 likes. It's got to get that number to match. You got to smash that like button. Got to. You got to stab it. You got to put it all up against it. Michael Myers, that bitch, like you're carving a pumpkin. Blades in the tournament so far, Ashton or Herbert. Blades in the tourney. Alrighty. Mighty Joe Friday. Brooke agrees P2 is great. Let's go. Alrighty. So. Okay. This next one surprised me as well. It really did. I did not see it going this way at all. The next matchup I posted for you guys was Resident Evil, which I've never seen any of those movies either. I know they might be good, but I don't know. Never really got into. I never was into the video games, so I really didn't care about the movies. We also had Hatchet, the Hatchet franchise, which is like B-movie schlock, pretty much. B-movie schlock. It's fine. Kane Hodder's in it, so I know a lot of horror fans jump on it because of that. And then we also have the Strangers franchise, which we got, obviously, the Strangers. We got Prey at Night, and we also have Strangers Chapter 1 with Strangers Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 to come. Aaron Click says, do me the favor, helicopter that like button with your penises. Gals, helicopter that like button with your tits. I can't believe I just read that out loud, and please don't unsubscribe due to my vulgar nature. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate it. And surprisingly, YouTube and Instagram agreed. They both picked Hatchet. They both went with Hatchet. I totally disagree. So this may be one that we might be changing right now. So I'm going to post this in the chat now, and I need to know. Here we go. We got Resident Evil. about Christmas Evil? Who likes Christmas Evil? I do. I don't know if I spelled Hatchet right. I didn't go to spelling school. And here we go. This, I think I spelled franchise wrong too. This is terrible. No, I didn't. Okay. The polls in the chat. Let me know what you guys think should win. Because if you guys pick something other than Hatchet, I might have to switch this one around. Because I don't think Hatchet should be here. In my opinion. It's fine for what it is. Never been the biggest fan. I don't even think the first movie's the best one. If I recall. I think when I watched them again, I think I put 3 at number 1. We had to get Danielle Harris in here, of course. B horror movie like queen. So she had to be in here. I think Mary Elizabeth Winstead might be in one of these movies, if I'm not mistaken. We get Derek Mears in here. You know, Jason from the remake, but they don't utilize him to the fullest. He fights Victor Crowley for like 5 seconds and then it's over. Derek Mears is huge. Old Jason, new Jason, battling it out. And that's what they did. It's messed up. Scream is the best franchise. Oh, it's fucking one of the best franchises, my friend. No doubt about that. 100%. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Hatchet isn't terrible. It's fun, schlocky, like you said. That's all it is. Aaron Click loves Christmas Evil. Dean says, I've never watched all of the Hatchets. Might be time to test the water. It's fine. It's okay. That's what I said. That's why I wanted to toss this one out to you guys. And what about the Resident Evil franchise? It's not something I see talked about that much. I know it's like zombies and monsters and shit, maybe. With Mila Jovovich or whatever her name is. Do I even own it? I don't think I even own that one. That's just not something that I've ever cared to watch. I don't know if that's a franchise where you had to be into the games to appreciate the movies type of deal. Let me have a drink of my lemonade. What you guys drinking tonight? What you guys drinking? Drinking some natural lemonade here. I like movies that Saw is great. First one's a masterpiece. Second and 10th ones are great. The rest are okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yep, Dean says never even thought to watch a Resident Evil flick. Aaron Click says I've never seen the others. You saw the first one, never seen the others. So it's not like a very popular franchise, I guess, even though they keep making them for some reason. Herbert says, Matt, you guys hear that Jamie Lee Curtis met Danielle Harris and said, I don't know you and I've never seen Halloween 4 or 5, but still met with her. I did. I mean, whatever. Does it really matter if Jamie Lee Curtis never seen Halloween 4 or 5? She wasn't involved with those ones. She was involved with the first one. The second one came back for H2O. I don't see anything wrong with it, especially because they didn't make 4 and 5 canon in 2018 or H2O. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Davey says the Resident Evil movies have elements from the game, but they go their own way for the most part. The second and third movies are a fun time. The rest are meh. So let's see. Let me check the poll for that one. See what we got going on. Okay. I'm gonna close it out. That's a strong opposite way. You guys came back for me. You guys did what you had to do. And you gave 61% of the votes to The Strangers, 23% to Resident Evil, and 15% to the Hatchet franchise. So this is a veto right here. You guys have spoken. We're gonna put The Strangers through. I think that is a very strong take, and I think it's the right take. So The Strangers is moving on to the battle for the 32. I appreciate that, guys. That's kind of the way I thought the other polls would have went, if I'm being honest. Unless The Strangers Chapter 1 left a bad taste in people's mouths, which, I'm on the opposite side of the tracks on that one as well. It got a lot of hate, but I actually really enjoyed The Strangers Chapter 1. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars for what it was. Yes, it was a remake of the first one pretty much, but It was a little bit different. I think the strangers they were just as creepy, if I'm being honest. So I didn't hate the characters as much as a lot of other people did either. Do these people make stupid decisions? Yes. And am I one of the pickiest people when it comes to horror movies? Yes. And I like Strangers Chapter 1, so I don't know if that may be saying I have shitty taste. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see how the Strangers Chapter 2 does. Eminem's mom died from lung cancer. I did not know that. So we'll see how Chapter 2 does. It looks promising. We're adding some more strangers. I don't know if that's going to help or deter this franchise from getting better. So we'll see. We've got to have some more masks, more killers. It's going to be interesting for sure. We'll see how it goes. But you guys have spoken. Strangers is moving on. And that had a 48.5% when I combined them. So not terrible, not good, but good enough. Okay. The next one. I don't know if the next one surprised me or not. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Peter Griffin. The next battle I put up was the Maniac Cop franchise versus the Silent Night, Deadly Night franchise, which is all over the place. And the Firefly trilogy from Rob Zombie. Obviously, House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, which many people say is Rob's best film ever, and 3 from Hell, which most people say shouldn't have even been made, which I didn't hate. That won 2 votes for the Firefly trilogy from Instagram and YouTube. So I'm gonna drop this one in the chat as well. If you guys side with one of the other ones, maybe we'll swing it. I don't know if I have a horse in the race, but I want your guys' opinion on this. So, what franchise should move on? We got Maniac Cop, which I really enjoy all of them, all 3 movies. Wouldn't mind seeing a remake, see what they could do with it. And that first one got Tom Atkins and Bruce Campbell. Come on, guys. And then the second one got the guy from fucking the Goonies, which I just got on 4K as well. Steelbook. Firefly Trilogy. Here we go. Dropping it in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. I want to know what turned you on. Do I really want to know? Do I really want to know? Do I want to know what turns you on? I don't know. Let me know. I'm excited to see where this one goes. Dean says Silent Night, Deadly Night doesn't even stand a chance compared to the other 2. The first one's okay. I skipped to the second one because you get a recap of the first one, plus you get crazy-ass Ricky. Garbage Day! And the 5th one is pretty good. The Toy Maker. Creepy shit in the 5th one. I thought the 3rd one's forgettable. The 4th one, I don't even know if I ever finished. Maniac Cop, the first one's good. Second one's better. And the 3rd one's decent. And then Rob Zombies. The Devil's Rejects, like I said, probably one of Rob's best films. House of a Thousand Corpses, after rewatches, has grown on me a little bit. And 3 from Hell was fine. It was fine. Little toned down version of the other 2 is what I got out of it. Herbert says I like the original Silent Night, but Maniac Cop franchise moves on. Big Rod, the Firewalk in Maniac Cop 2 is legendary. I like when they show him getting like beat up in the freaking bathroom. He's all butt ass naked. And he defends himself like a boss. Like a damn boss, ladies and gentlemen. He got that big ass chin. You don't fuck with that guy. And he whistles the whole time. Can't think of what he whistles, but I do remember him whistling. I love the subtitles to Strangers 2, Pray at Night, and Hell Night, Pray for Day. House is my favorite Rob Zombie film. Rejects also great. Well, the first 2 are doable. 3 and 4 are absolute atrocities. 5 is super weird with the whole Toy Maker thing. Yeah, it's been a while since I've watched the Maniac Cop franchise. It's definitely been a while. I watched Jason from Sinister Cinema Reviews. I saw him review them for the first time, and then I was like, dude, I gotta watch these, and that dug the hell out of them. I don't own them. I think they're pretty expensive from what I can remember. I'd like to own them if I can find them. They come out with a nice steelbook or something, box set, something like that. I wouldn't mind getting it. Herbert says the Voodoo Man in Maniac Cop 3 reminded me of the Voodoo Man, and I still know what you did last summer. Can I call you Matt Cordell for the rest of the night, Matt? Sure. I don't have a big chin, but call me whatever. You can call me whatever you like, Herbert. You're always a huge supporter of the channel. Oh man, that pool is destroyed. I'm just gonna close it out. It's over. It's fucking over. We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. 60% Maniac Cop, 30% Firefly Trilogy, 10% Silent Night, Deadly Night. Maniac Cop got a 48.5%. Silent Night, Deadly Night got a 45%. And Firefly and House got 43%. So, from what I gathered from the chat, I think we're gonna have to move on. I think Rob Zombie's movies are gonna be out, and I think the Maniac Cop franchise is moving in. However, I think I'm gonna do a ranking of all these, though, a separate ranking. I'm gonna rank all of these franchises movies, worst to best, starting with 1, ending with however many they go. So I will be talking about these other movies for sure, but just for the tournament's sake, we're only going to go with the 32 to make it a lot easier for me to figure it out. And then once I get to the tournament, really going to need your guys' help in the chat, helping me decide who wins. I'm going to love to get a guest on. I might have to split it up into 2 episodes, really. Go through the round of 32, and then the second episode goes 16-1. Maybe that's what I'll do it, because going through all 32 in one stream might be a little rough and take a long time. So I don't know if I probably won't do it that way. Split it up into 2. So at least by the end of January, we'll be done with the first movie. Camp Flashback, what's going on, man? How are you? Love looking at all your movie reviews on Instagram, buddy. Love it. Always checking out your story, see what you're talking about, because you always got good stuff, man. So thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining. What else do we have? I got a couple more matchups. Do a panel, make it crazy. Davey, if you're down, I would gladly have you on, my friend. Have you on, maybe have Nick from Lost River Drive-In. I don't know, make it crazy. Maybe Lee from Drum Dums, or Cody Leach. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I can stir up. I know Cody said get back to him after the holidays, because I know he was on the channel in November. And I asked him to come on to watch Die Hard, but obviously it's Christmas time. He's busy, and I totally get it. Yeah, that's why I don't think I'd have a huge panel, Big Rod. Maybe myself, Davey if he's down, and maybe one other person. Because like you said, it does kind of get a little hard talking over everybody. So, okay. For the next one, we got a franchise that just kicked back up production, started filming, I believe, or in the process of starting the film. I Know What You Did Last Summer. We got Children of the Corn, and this one's for Herbert. We got Prom Night franchise. Both votes, Instagram and YouTube, went to I Know What You Did Last Summer. I can honestly say I agree with that one, but I will drop it in the chat. This one, I think, is just for shits and giggles, because I don't think I'm going to change this one. But I'm going to see what you guys think on this one. We have I Know What You Did Last Summer. We have Prom Night. And we had Children of the Corn, which is a very long franchise, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we got some Prom Night lovers in the chat. We got them. I don't think anybody's going to be voting for Children of the Corn, though. There's so many movies in that franchise. 7, 8, 9. Got to be at least 13 movies in the Children of the Corn franchise. And most of them are not good. Let's see. Children of the Corn franchise. Just curious. How many movies do they got? There's just so many. The new one. So there's 11 Children of the Corn movies. 11. I have not seen them all. I've seen some of them. The most recent one that a lot of people hated, I actually kind of dug. I thought it was pretty good. I thought the first one's a classic with Linda Hamilton in there. Isaac and Malachi. He wants you too, Malachi. I don't know. Special effects ain't great, but man, back when having kids kill the adults and the parents and shit. Woo! There would be no I Know What You Did Last Summer movie without Prom Night, just the Louise Duncan book. Outlander! What are we looking at here? Oh, it's getting crushed. It's crushing it. Oh, yeah. It's going where I thought it would go. Are you guys excited for the requel, I guess? I'm assuming that's what it is. You guys excited for that? I don't know how I feel. I saw the cast. I don't know, this looks like a fucking CW show. Is that what it's called? CW? It kind of just looks like one of those shows. Like when we saw the Scream cast, they look like actual great actors and actresses. When I saw the I Know What You Did Last Summer's cast, I was like, really? I don't know how good this is going to be. But then again, I guess the original I Know What You Did Last Summer compared to Scream, it was kind of like the stepchild, really. I like I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I still know what you did last summer, but it's no Scream at all. Exactly, Jigsaw. It looks watered down. That's what I'm thinking. I agree. You're not wrong. Davey says, I really dig that I Know What You Did Last Summer book. Such a creepier ending to the story. I don't know what the ending of the book is. You should tell me. Oh my gosh, Liana says, so many lives going on right now. Lots to catch up on the replay tomorrow. Who else dares to be live at the same time as me? Well, besides Wham, but they're big business, so obviously they get the views compared to me. But I appreciate everybody that's in here, anybody that dropped in, hung out with me for a little bit, liked the video. Good enough for me. That opening kill in the diner in Children of the Corn original is great, but it might be my nostalgia. Dude, no, it's creepy as shit. They put like the fucking rat poisoning in the coffee, and then he starts slicing throats and shit. It's good. Jamie Lee Curtis slasher beats a Jennifer Love Hewitt slasher. You're not wrong, but Jennifer Love Hewitt is a lot better to look at. Camp Flashback says, in my opinion, I Know What You Did Last Summer franchise has one good movie. Prom Night and Children of the Corn both have more than one. Yeah, I don't really know what Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt are gonna do. I don't know. They're just all trying to be like Halloween 2018 and Scream, and it doesn't work for everything, man. And I don't really know how many people were asking for this, to be honest. They tried the TV show on Amazon. I thought it was terrible. Terrible. Besides the main girl, as gross as it sounds, she was like naked a couple times and she looked pretty good. Other than that, Davey says, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with a horror fan in your life. That means the world to me, Davey, and I don't even know how to thank you for saying that. I don't. Aaron Click, totally off topic, but who else has the new Hush 4K? It's physical media done right. Lots of special features. I did not pick that up. I might check to see if it's on sale, though. Maybe grab it then. Let me go ahead and close this poll because it is a runaway train. We have 67% of the vote. I Know What You Did Last Summer. 16% Prom Night. 16% Children of the Corn. So there we go. There we go. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Moving on. 43.5%. Children of the Corn at a 39.5%. And Prom Night also had a 39.5%. Okay. I got one more. We had one more group that I voted on. This one I definitely need your help because it was split right down the middle. I have the Purge franchise and the Wishmaster franchise. Purge, kind of all the movies are pretty much the same. I don't think the first one is the best one in that franchise by any means. I think the second one is. Let's see. What franchise should move on? I don't think either one of these is going to make it anywhere, but I got to put them in. It was an awesome premise, but they really didn't do anything else with it. In Wishmaster, a Wes Craven film, I believe, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So we got The Purge versus Wishmaster. It was one apiece. So let's see. Purge, the second and third ones are actually really good. What Purge? What is it? Purge Year One? Is that one of them? No, the first Purge. No. Wait. There's Purge, the Purge Anarchy, Purge Election Year, I think. Purge, the first Purge, and what the hell was the newest one called? Or was the newest one called? I don't remember. But they never really take these anywhere. They're all kind of the same thing. Wishmaster, kind of dumb fun, really, at the end of the day. The Djinn, is that what he's called? Like the evil genie. Personally, I would go with The Purge if I had to pick. It's a 38.5%, the Forever Purge. That's what it's called. And the Purge, 38.5%, and Wishmaster, 32% on Rotten Tomatoes. So let's see what we got. Let's see. It's 1-1, so you guys are... I'm not even going to vote on this one. My opinion would be the Purge franchise, but like I said, either one of these ain't going anywhere, really. I see somebody hitting all those hearts down there in the chat. I appreciate that. I can see the hearts fluttering up the screen, and I love when that happens. I really do. It tickles my fancy. It tickles my underloins. That sounded gross. Please don't tell on me. I don't want to get in trouble for saying underloins, whatever that is. What am I, a fucking pork tenderloin? Oh. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. What the hell is somebody doing at my house this late at night? It's 10 o'clock. The fuck? Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta get the door.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Oh my gosh, it was Busta Rhymes, and he's here to fix the internet. Thank you, Busta Rhymes, for taking the time out of your busy schedule and fighting Michael Myers. Because you gotta take your ass back to the garage where you belong. That's where he's going. That's where he's going, ladies and gentlemen. Back to the garage with Nora. So he can actually bang Tyra Banks real quick before he hangs her from the ceiling because she said no. That's what kind of man Michael Myers is. That's what kind of man he is. He says, I don't need any of that booty, Miss Tyra Banks. Because they have to do that one slow shot on her ass when she's dancing just because Tyra Banks in there. Yeah, Cam Flash, he fucks up my door. And then I got to call the repair man to fix it. You know what I mean? That really tightens my long johns. It really tightens my long johns. Makes you feel something in your pantaloons, doesn't it? Oh, I feel it in the pantaloons. Yes, Tyra Banks is in Halloween Resurrection, you fool. They just needed to have a famous person in it. So, Wishmaster voters, speak up to why I'm thinking about revisiting the franchise and need a little encouragement. Cheesy goodness. Let me see what's going on. Okay. I'll let that vote go for another minute or two. It's going the way that I figured it would, but you know what I mean? That's the dope Broncos hat. I don't even that's Cowboys, man. That was Cowboys. That's we them boys. No, I'm kidding. It's Broncos. And I appreciate it. I've had a lot of Broncos fans comment on my videos on TikTok, and they want to know where I got it from, but it's sold out. So sold out. Angus Schrim did the opening voiceover in the original Wishmaster. Well, the tall man is a badass motherfucker. And the Phantasm franchise is way higher up this list. So Yeah, it's way higher up this list, so that is not even going to be debated at all. And Jigsaw Rules posts a controller, oh my gosh, he wants to play a game. I want to play a game. Every day, chat, you tune into the videos on FACCI'S Cinema. And you don't even subscribe. Well, I'm kidding, you probably are. If you don't subscribe, I'm gonna tie your naked ass to a chair with super glue and leave you to rot. And then I'll pour honey over you and lick it all off with my tongue. That's gross. Tony Todd, Robert England, Kane Hodder, and Wishmaster. Don't you fucking sway the vote, Herbert. It's not worth it. But I'm gonna close the poll out because it hasn't moved. And 60% of the votes went to The Purge. So The Purge is moving on. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 movies moved on tonight from the 4, 8, 12, 17 movies we had. 6 moved on. And now I'm going to have to battle those 6 movies out against the bottom 6 movies that are in the top 32. And let me make sure I counted this right, because if I fuck this up, it's all going to suck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Got my 32 franchises here. The bottom 6 are going to be battling the 6 we just came up with. So I will give you the bottom 6 franchises on this list. We got the Child's Play franchise, 69.5%. We got the Blade franchise, 68%. We got the Saw franchise, 67%. We got the Insidious franchise, which I've only seen the first 2, and I heard the rest aren't that good, 64%. We unfortunately have the Friday the 13th franchise, 63%. And the Hills Have Eyes franchise, which is the first 2, and then the remake, and then the remake sequel. So these movies are going to be battling out those movies in order to figure out what gets in. And if you guys eliminate Friday the 13th, I will riot and I will flip the fuck out. I'm just kidding. It's your choice. But no, Friday the 13th has to be in here regardless. Come on. It's a classic. It's one of the big 3. There's no way. My game would probably be to watch Halloween 5, and I'll just say kill me. Okay. Big Rod says Friday the 13th will be the champion. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So I will be getting those polls out very, very soon. I'll be getting those polls out very soon. So we will be able to pick which movies are going to make it into the final 32, and then I can start bracketing these up and get it ready to go for January. There'll be polls out, just like I did for all the other tournaments I've done. I'll put the poll on the YouTube and the Instagram, tally the votes, and then the chat will vote. And then the guests will vote, and we'll see how it goes. And then also, like I said, I'll be doing a ranking of these too. All of every single one. I'll put them worst to best. That's gonna be fucking tough. Creeping 666. Don't be creeping. Don't be creeping. No reason to be creeping. Unless you're right behind me and I don't see you. Are you back there? Are you behind me now? Because if you are, I want you to tickle me, and I will.
All right.
If you tickle me, I'm gonna do that. Uh-oh, I froze. Oh no. Hello, ladies. I don't know what happened. I don't know. This is what happens. It's like exactly what happens when you don't click the like button for your boy. But Krampus got me 100%. Krampus is up in my butt. I mean, not in my butt. I mean, maybe I don't. Just stop it. Just stop it. But yeah, so we got that figured out. I'm gonna get the rest of this crap figured out and get this ready to go with polls every single day until we're done. I did not Nickelback you. Look at this photograph. Every time there, it makes me laugh. You know what I mean? Nickelback. When they say that a hero can save us. Oh my God, they did a song in Spider-Man once. Way to go, Nickelback. I went to the store. The item I purchased was 25 cents. I handed them 30 cents and I said, "Can I get a Nickelback?" And they're like, "Ha." And I thought my jokes were bad. Then the fucking Joker popped out over here, and then the Joker's like licking his lips and shit. You want to know how I got these scars? And I'm like, not really, buddy. You got bad dental hygiene. Get the fuck out of my face. Where are they? And then Batman popped up, and I said, holy fucking balls. What is going on here? And Ashton just got put in a timeout for saying I have an ugly hat. Yeah, but so I'm gonna get that all situated. Next week, like I said, I'll be back on Tuesday night again with Nick from the Lost River Drive-In, getting lost at the cinema with our top 10 Christmas horror movies. So I definitely hope you guys can come and hang out. Bring your list with you. Bring your favorite Christmas horror movies. I will obviously shout you out as I see them in the chat, like I always do. So, yeah. I'm excited to dive into this. It's going to take a lot of work. Some of these I'm going to have to rewatch for the first time in a while. No. How did Hatchet only get 15%? Well, Hatchet lost. The Strangers won that one. So we moved the Strangers franchise on to battle. Now, I guess I will do these, worst to best. Or best versus the worst and go down. So it's looking like, let me see. We're going to have so many damn franchises, man. We are going to have the Child's Play franchise will be going up against The Purge, which, I mean, that is honestly probably no competition. But I got to post them because that's what we do on the channel. We make it fair until people think I cheated like we did in, when Friday the 13th Part 2 won Best Horror Slasher of the 80s, and then I get called a cheater. So, it's not how it works. The votes were tallied. It's what won. Get over it. I'm talking to you, Nick. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. Like I said, if you didn't already, click the like button for me. That always helps. Obviously, I don't get the most views on the planet. I don't get the most whatever super chats. I don't get the most Patreons. I don't get the most channel members, but I do got amazing people to tune in and watch me. No matter how many of you are there, always appreciate it very much. It was a fun show. Wasn't going to go that long, so a little over an hour. Yeah, like I said, appreciate every single one of you beautiful people very, very much. To take some time out of your day and hang out with me, because I am a nobody and you guys are somebodies. Have a great night chatting, Matt. Hit that like button on your way out. Happy holidays indeed. Hope you guys are celebrating with family. If not with family, hope you're celebrating with friends. Just enjoy everything. Creepin' 666. Peace out from Canada. Thank you. Davey loves me. I love Davey. If you're watching after the fact, which franchises would you have wanted to see move forward if the ones that didn't go forward? And did we get it right? Did the chat and myself get it right? Let me know if you're watching after the fact. And even if you're watching right now, as soon as the stream ends, drop a comment down below. Really, really helps the channel. Appreciate everybody. I'll see you next week. Might post some more cool stuff I got on Instagram, some more Blu-rays and shit. But other than that, have a great rest of your evening. And let's say goodbye to Franklin as we leave.